I like NBA YoungBoy a lot. I know he don't get the credit he deserves for his music.
Not at all.
Because of the stigma that's around him. You get what I'm saying? Like,
now, we all know YoungBoy's been on one lately, but what about DaBaby? Well, it would seem that after the whole Rollin' Loud debacle, he might be in more trouble now than he ever has been. Nothing all that crazy has happened yet, aside from a bit of a threat aimed at DaBaby's head after he picked a side in a very serious argument. See, at this point, it seems like if a rapper doesn't pick a side, but they're about the streets, they aren't loyal to anyone. If they do, they better prepare for an onslaught of disses to come their way. But what really happened? And who really threatened DaBaby? NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk are caught up in one of the most brutal beefs in the history of the modern rap game, and unfortunately it doesn't show any signs of slowing down anytime soon. The death of King Von is only the start of the whole situation. Now when it comes to where everything came from, there are a few key players. On the side of NBA YoungBoy, we got NBA YoungBoy, Quando Rondo, Lil Tim, and DaBaby. On the side of Lil Durk, we got Lil Durk, NLE Choppa, Lil Reese, and basically the whole rest of O-Block. While each of them have a pretty decently sized crew going, there are also plenty of players in the game we probably don't see publicly, who are gang affiliated with each side. But one person in specific is pretty important to this story, and that's Boss Top. For those of you who don't know about Boss Top, he has a pretty interesting history. He's an O-Block boy, and he's been around for a while. In fact, he's one of the dudes who broke into Chief Keef's house way back in the day, helping to steal stuff like Keef's chain, detergent, and supplies for Keef's baby. He also used to run with King Von and Durk a lot, with rumors even surrounding their involvement on ops like FBG Duck. Either way, Von and Big Top were so close that rumors say King Von was about to start doing his best to blow Boss Top up. So how did DaBaby end up getting roped into all this stuff? Well, aside from all the silly memes featuring the dude, he's been known to get involved in some shady stuff. Even though it's a different part of the country, the life that DaBaby has led really isn't all that different from the lives of YoungBoy, Durk, or Von. He's been involved in popping off shots, robberies, and a whole mess of other crime. Now that we've established his street cred a little bit, we gotta talk about the stuff he's been going through recently. A while ago, people were talking about DaBaby like we had another all-time legend on our hands. Now the future is uncertain. He has his fan base and all that, but the thing that's really made DaBaby different was his mainstream appeal. He could get street dudes and kids who don't know anything about it into his music. The problems likely all started with the high-profile Rollin' Loud scandal, where he was captured on video making homophobic remarks and spreading misinformation about HIV and AIDS.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks, put a cell phone like that up.
Tons of his sponsors dropped him, getting any of their advertising. The people who organized the festival claimed that they were never going to work with him again, and to make matters worse, tons of his fans just quit listening. Of course, DaBaby has apologized many times about the whole thing and claimed that he was just uneducated. But that's not enough for a lot of people. To be fair, what he said was ignorant. There's no shame in deciding not to support him. After his finances got properly messed up like that, his personal life took a hit. DaBaby and his baby mama, Danny Lee, had been dating for over a year when tragedy struck their relationship. Nobody really knows exactly what went down between them, but they broke up and they aired their personal mess on Instagram Live for the whole world to see. That ended with DaBaby calling the cops on Danny. When this happened, Danny's brother Brandon Bills openly threatened DaBaby to settle things. And when Brandon and DaBaby really came face to face, things just got out of hand, and the whole thing was captured on video. DaBaby and his crew jumped on Brandon. In the video, you see that Brandon's shirt has come off and he's being dragged out into the bowling lanes. Now, this isn't just by DaBaby himself. It seems like DaBaby's whole crew somehow managed to get dragged into it. Now, this resulted in a lot of opinions by the fans, with majority of them saying DaBaby was wrong for having his whole crew jump on Brandon. With all this coming together, he's starting to sound a little bit like someone else. Somebody who used to have a lot of the whole world on his side. But after having a falling out with some people close to him, it seems like he's against the whole world. NBA YoungBoy. Probably why it's at all shocking to see YoungBoy and DaBaby releasing a collaboration album together, which came out on March 4th, 2022. Let's see if there are any other significant rap releases that... Nope, that's right, folks. That album dropped on the very same day as King Von's first release after his death, What It Means to Be King. Well, of course, King Von had beef with NBA YoungBoy to a degree, but it's probably a coincidence. But no, the album is called We're Better Than You. This is bad. I don't really even need to detail the amount of sheer disrespect embodied in this gesture. I mean, honestly, DaBaby made a post to announce the whole thing was happening on Instagram and the album title on a sheet of notebook paper. But this is where we bring that dude we mentioned in earlier, Boss Top. Boss Top came in quick with some responses to this whole thing because, as I said, the dude used to roll with Von and he immediately took the whole thing personally, especially when the album was releasing on the same day as Von's. As many fans as Von's has, you already know that a collab album by NBA YoungBoy and DaBaby is gonna outstream it. Boss Top made a post using the same format as the one above by Lil Baby on Instagram with a sheet of notebook paper that said, "King Von better than both of you, Friday." In the caption, Boss Top said, "Pick your side. Hashtag King of everything. At King Von from the O. Still can't be with." Ooh, man, that's pretty big, but at the same time, there's no way this whole thing can go well. See, the problem is that with all these street politics getting wrapped up in the music, there's really no way that these situations play out well. 21 Savage talked about it, and after this, a whole lot of other people started to notice. You can't just make music with people you want to make music with in the rap industry now. Things are way too complicated for that, and that's because of all the gang mess that gets wrapped into it. See, there's this huge cycle going on, and obviously I'm not the only one who talks about it, but it's eaten up such a giant amount of rappers' careers that we can't just dance around it. A lot of the time these gangs and rappers get big and brings the money back to the hood to fund operations, then they get caught up in looking like they're the head of everything. Then they get brought down by the law, or worse. That's not what's happening here. But at the same time, this is a direct result of gang life and the music industry getting twisted up together. A lot of the time, these dudes are just hoping fame brings them out of the streets, while in reality, things just get worse. That's what's happening here. That being said, just to see, let's see what people are saying about NBA YoungBoy and DaBaby's new tracks. One fan said, "These two got the whole industry mad, plus they match energy crazy." Another fan said, "Yeah, they did this one. Hope all the beef gets squashed. I always knew YB was gonna be tough as soon as I heard him. I wasn't so sure about DaBaby at first, but seeing his progress, he's definitely top 25 of all time if he keeps this up. Great work." And because you know we gotta be fair, what are people saying on the new Von tracks? Oh, and by the way, we mentioned 21 Savage talking about picking sides earlier, but it seems he picked one too. He featured on one of the posthumous King Von tracks, and honestly, people are loving it. One fan said, "I know for a fact Von would have a big ass smile knowing that even after the fact that he's gone, he's alive through his music." Another user commenting on the video saying, "I'm overjoyed to see some more music coming from King Von. I was afraid there wasn't gonna be any more, and now that I see this, I'm relieved." What do y'all think about this though? Did DaBaby pick a side here, or is he just trying to make some money? Is the rap industry going sideways, or is this just how the game works now? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Oh, and if you're digging this video, make sure you check out this next one.